welcome to my YouTube channel and my blog. Yes, a lot of people ask me on Instagram and Tumblr to explain how I paint my watercolor stuff, to make a progress video or tutorial where I'm not good in doing tutorials because I'm always doing things different. Well, it's not, I don't have one way to paint. I always, it depends on the picture. I don't know. I love to experiment, and I always experiment a bit and try things out and stuff. Well, but I did a work in progress video. It's a while ago. I had trouble with my program, so it took a while, but now I did. And before you will see the video now, I wanted to show you what I'm using in the video. Let's start with the paper. I have a lot of papers. I don't know why, because every paper has another feature, and some paper are better for watercolor and Polychromos. Some papers are better for just watercolors, and some papers are perfect for mixed media. So I have a lot of papers. In this video I used this Lana Lanaquarelle because it's not that expensive like my favorite paper. My favorite paper, I already showed it in the photo where I showed my tools. This is my favorite paper. It's Vinci paper, cold pressed and 100% cotton. But this is very expensive here in Germany. I don't know, maybe in your country it's not that expensive, but here it's really expensive. I bought mine in Prague and it was much cheaper there. So and so I always using different papers. Here in this picture I use Lana Lanaquarelle. It's not that expensive. It's also expensive because it's also a 100% cotton paper and also cold pressed. I love cotton paper, so I have to pay a bit more for paper. You also can use normal watercolor paper without cotton, or with just 50% cotton or whatever. Yes, and another paper I really like to use is this Kansen, also 100% cotton and cold pressed. So all my most of my papers are cold pressed and 100% cotton, but I also have hot pressed paper and also without cotton. So I'm always using different papers. For the pre-sketch, pre-drawing, I used my Prismacolor pencils. First, for the really rough sketch, I'm using a red Prismacolor pencil. And when I'm coming, when I get a bit closer to my shapes, I'm using a blue one to define the lines, and I do the outlines with a dark Polychromos. In this I used a black one, but I also used a lot the dark blue or sepia Polychromos. Depends on what colors I'm using and what I'm drawing. This is for the pre-drawing. I used the colors I used are my Daniel Smith colors. These are in tubes. Yes, they are also not cheap, not very cheap. It's artist color, very fine artist color with good pigments, very, very high pigmented. And I used Schminke colors before. They are also very good, but not that bright and vibrant, do you say this? Not that colorful. I had the problem with Schminke Horadam colors that, for example, the red, when it was wet, it was very colorful and bright, but when it dried, it was not that vibrant anymore. So I don't know why. But here, Daniel Smith colors stay very colorful, and that's why I love them. And it's a bit cheaper when I use tubes, colors in tubes, because it's more inside a tube than in a little pan. It's 15 milliliters, and I think in these pans, Schminke pans, are about 5 milliliter, but I don't know. Maybe a bit more. I don't know. Well, I do the colors from my tubes in a palette. Yeah, these are 18 colors, but when I paint a picture, I only use about 6 colors of them. So that I don't like it when it's when I use too much colors. I like it when, yeah, just to use just a few. I also like to mix. I don't use pure pigments. I like to mix them. And yes, here in this picture I used about 6 colors. A lot of people ask me always, I don't know why, how I mix my skin tones. It's also very different. It depends on the skin tone I want to have. Sometimes I want a more red skin tone, sometimes a darker, sometimes a lighter, sometimes a bit yellowish. It always depends on the colors I'm using, and on the clothes, and on the skin tone I want to have, and the hair color, and whatever. So I don't have a usual way to mix my skin tones. Most of my skin tones I'm using the Neapel yellow, because it's already a bit, yeah, I don't know, flesh tone, but very yellow flesh tone. So I mix it with red, and always with blue. That's not so, that the skin don't look so pink and too yellow. It's a bit difficult, but after a while you find out what to use for your people skin tones. Yes, these are my colors, and I think that were my tools. Okay, of course my brushes. It's always the same. My Da Vinci Maestro brushes. It's Tobolsky, Kolinsky hair. I don't know what that is, but it's real hair from I don't know, from a mother or whatever. And it's really, they are really pointy. Really, the top is very pointy, and you can also paint white, so I like them. You can, of course, you can also use synthetic brushes, but it's really important that they have a good top. Yes. Yeah, I think this was it. So now I wish you a lot of fun with my video. Hope you understand what I'm doing. I don't explain anything, but I think there's nothing to explain. I just paint. Yes, and as I said, it's always different. If you have questions, please ask me under the video or on Tumblr, or yeah, it's always a bit difficult for me to answer questions on Instagram, because I only can answer on my handy, on my phone, but no, that's not true. But it's easier for me to answer questions on my Tumblr. Yes, or or under the video, or you can email me. I don't know what you prefer. Yeah. Sorry for talking so long. Have fun with the video and hopefully see you very soon. Bye!